not Chrisean using her son as a prop in people's live streams so they can pay her an extra check. You cannot make this up. This girl went from denying that Junior had special needs to now dragging him along to all these live streams just so she can go viral and charge the streamers even more money for her son giving their streams engagement. Blueface was wrong about a lot of things, but one thing he didn't lie about was when he said Chrisean was a bad mom. She literally smoked her way into ruining this little boy's chance at a normal life, and now she's profiting off his illness. Mind you, she was already exposed for leaving him with her dysfunctional family members who don't give two Fs about him, and allegedly infecting him with chlamydia. I would have said someone call CPS, but folks already did that, and they don't seem to care either. This entire mess went down a few days ago when she appeared in Plaqueboy Max's live stream. From the very minute she got there, she started trending all over social media. People were dragging her for bringing Junior along to the stream even though he obviously looked like he wasn't supposed to be there. The boy was visibly overwhelmed, and Chrisean wasn't even making the situation better. She held him like a piece of toy while his head flapped all over the place.
What the f? Hold on, wait, sit down.
We got on the same outfit. I'm not good. Are you the that was on the phone? Is you the on the phone?
No.
Are you from the phone? Are you from the phone? I'm not good.
Just take a look at this mess, y'all. He was wandering all over the place trying to figure out what's going on. And did y'all see how she just dropped him on the couch like a piece of toy just to go argue? One person said, "Why the hell did they let her bring the baby on stage? And that child is blind," staring straight up at the ceiling, laid back in the chair. Some people also pointed out how everything Junior is zoned out looking at the ceiling. She tries to snap him out of it by aggressively rubbing his face so he refocuses his attention back to her. She gone rub that baby whole face off. As hard as she tries to get him to snap out of it, this so sad. Somebody please save Junior. What's crazy is this isn't the first time she's dragged Junior along to her live streams, even though people are always telling her to leave him home. In fact, the very next day after the clips from this live stream went viral, she was right back on another live stream with him again, and this time it was with Deshae Frost. Just like when she was on Plaqueboy's stream, Junior was looking confused as hell, snapping in and out of his thoughts, and as usual, she didn't care.
And then we came together and shit. The Lord Chrisean, I was getting canceled, and I was going through a Chrisean took it upon herself to come fuck with me, and that made my whole day. I was going through the roughest time and everything, and she came.
And it's crazy to people that she even brought Junior along to this stream because the last time she brought him to Desha's stream, someone called in calling her a demon and a bad mother, and she jumped on IG talking about we should stop judging her and pray for her instead. Girl, bye! Ain't nobody praying for you when you're literally exploiting your son for clout. If you know folks are going to talk about your son in the comments, then why do you keep bringing him along to these streams? Make it make sense. It's not even like he wants to be there. He clearly doesn't like all the cameras and noise anyway.
Y'all suggest doing
You're
cuts
a goof who drank your baby and
Oh my god.
you drank your baby to the grave.
Make me mod. Make me
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it for my family. Yeah, we may mess up on the way. I need y'all to pay for me. I don't want y'all to pass judgment. Please keep your opinions to yourself. For real.
Oh, but it gets worse, y'all. Right after she humiliated herself there, she was another live stream on Twitch reminding us that she really didn't care about that poor boy. So what happened was, while she was streaming, she left Junior in the car outside in the hot sun to go argue with Blueface, who is all the way in jail. When Junior began crying, she told one of the Twitch employees to go check on him so she could keep talking to Blue. The folks watching the live immediately reported her for child neglect, and Twitch ended up banning her account.
I guess she busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
Huh? I'm not busy at all.
Yeah, I guess she busy, so I'm gonna call you later.
I'm not even busy.
Okay. You right now.
I'm not busy at all. I'm not busy. I'm not busy. I'm about to put a baby in the car. Is that okay? Do you mind taking them to the car? Thank you. Do you mind taking them to the car? Thank you.
She alive still?
Of course, she came back and denied it, but folks weren't having any of it. They literally saw it go down on live.
2, I did not leave my child in no freaking car. He was outside where everybody was standing. It was multiple people sitting around his stroller, waiting for me to get off the phone, because my child father is over here being demonic, don't want to support me, don't want to do nothing, don't want to send me nothing. He talking about sit in the house because what? I have a great support system. I have help. I have Pastor Mike. I have Tim Bone. I have Arissa. I have a lot of support that's there for my son. I don't have to pay for anything. Diapers, wipes, clothes, you name it. No, I'm not homeless. That's the other thing. Stop. Y'all weird, especially that whole side. Y'all never cared for my son. What the heck? First it wasn't his. Y'all kept saying that. First it wasn't his. Then it was he's retarded. Then it was that. Y'all kept saying he was retarded.
Chrisean has been putting Junior through a lot since he was born, and this has only gotten worse these last few weeks. Remember what I said earlier about her leaving him with her dysfunctional family so she can run off to do whatever she wants? Yup, the police actually got involved at some point because her sister Tareen held Junior hostage in her house till she paid her for babysitting him. So what happened was, Chrisean agreed to pay Tareen $15K to take care of Junior for a specific time period. When time was up, Chrisean didn't come for him, so Tareen continued taking care of Junior out of pocket.
When Chrisean finally showed up, she came with no money, so Tareen responded by refusing to give her Junior. Chrisean then called police, but when they arrived, Tareen got into a physical altercation with them as well. I'm not a babysitter, nor would I kidnap anybody, baby. I have 6 of my own. I'm not finna do nothing but show y'all girls how to get it right, even in the worst storm. Sean groaned. This was the lesson my baby needed.
She lied to everybody, making it seem like I wasn't trying to come get my kid. She was not trying to open the door. She's not trying to get my baby up. She took him for ransom. I don't know. I went there tonight. We waited till she pulled up. When she pulled up, that's when I called the cops. We called the cops.
Was there on FaceTime. Yeah, she was there.
So we in the car. We waiting for the cops. The cops go inside. They like, what's going on? I said, look, she not trying to get my baby up. She took him for ransom. I don't know if he's safe. I don't know what's up. She telling, like, she's saying online, like, I'm not trying to come get my son when she's refusing to give me my son. Okay, it's 6 a.m. right now, y'all. So it's 3 a.m. in LA. Let me show you what happened, though. So I got my kid. They had to break into the house to get my son. I'm here with the cops. They're on the couch.
Tareen's daughter Destiny was not here for Chrisean calling her mama broke and put out this long statement that said, "Huh? What? Could you please repeat that?" I am perplexed as to why it was perceived as a negative response. It is quite absurd how you become so upset over my mother not taking your side. You must acknowledge your mistakes and comprehend them. You wish to continue discussing finances when it has never been about money. Financial issues have never been a concern for us, and if we find ourselves lacking, we will manage to obtain it, with you being the last resort and truly never an option. My mother generously contributes for the little one. She works tirelessly to ensure his well-being. Despite her own challenges, she strives diligently to assist him and provide for him, often without fully understanding his actual needs. She consistently reaches out to you for his social security information so that she can ensure his needs are met. We do nothing but care for you and shower him with love. You exploit him as a pawn because you are aware that my mother will always come through for him, and that is unjust. My mother maintains a highly productive schedule and takes him with her everywhere. She continually spends her own money to support him. He essentially resides with her, and when you do have him, you return him with nothing. She purchases his underwear and clothing. When you do have the means, yes, you do send money for necessities, but it's rare. And it's rare you send big bills. Knowing my mom, it's providing for your child and hers. Chrisean saw this and jumped right back on live, threatening to put hands on Destiny for involving herself in this. But Tareen also went live and clapped back by accusing Chrisean of having chlamydia and allegedly infecting Junior with it.
Then you got your ugly daughters. You Destiny? You stupid. Destiny. Destiny, you a weird ass on everything. I would beat the you too, bro. Everybody, bro, on everything I love, bro. I was a retired crash out, but come keep playing with my son, bro. I will hurt y'all, bro. Like Destiny, you're a fat ass weirdo, bro. You're weird, bro. Real shit. You too. You be texting me and asking me for money. What I do? I send that shit to your fat ass, bro, for you and your weird daughter. Y'all niggas, bro.
Why didn't your mother's instincts kick in day one when you gave birth? Why? Because I was there. It didn't kick in. It didn't kick in. When the nurses came in there and told you, can they talk to you about yourself? You're like, no. Just go ahead and put it out there when I was wrong. Yeah, and they said you had chlamydia. Your mother's instincts didn't kick in. They said we had to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Oh, all right. Where your mother's instincts was that then? Because you sent through that infected canal, right? You did. You did that. So don't do that. And I encourage you. I keep asking you, leave me alone. But you want to play with my children now, right? You play with my children. Talking about my grandbaby, like. And you know what's crazy? We will never talk about Chrisean because he's special and we really love him. But yo, you are foul. You are foul and disgusting. And how you playing? It's a no-go zone. It's a no-go zone over here. You know that. It's a no-go zone over here. We had a meeting with CPS. My reason for that is because I have to clear my name. I have to clear my position. Yes, I'm gonna protect myself. You tell lies and you sell fake stories. I see what's going on. You don't mind. So okay, why would I, after you didn't come get him, be like, okay, I'm just gonna wait on Chrisean's timing? No, it don't work like that, baby girl. It's me, big sis. But you played, you let your little emotions in the joint rewire your little brain, and you did what you did. Now you think it's cool. It's not. You play with me, my household, post in my household. When was that ever a thing that's cool to play with? It was never a thing cool to play with. You did wrong. You did wrong. But it's like, okay, you want me to lay it out? I'll lay it out. But I'm gonna leave that for now. Don't keep playing with me. All my kids, y'all threatening my daughter, sending her messages. Who coming to see her today? Pull up. Don't do that. Don't do that. You start a bunch of unnecessary foul drama. You can't hold your word on nothing. You heard me. Can't hold your word on nothing. One thing you held your word on was coming with the police, and you brought the whole police force. And yes, I'm not answering my door. And that was me, yes, sitting on the couch. I don't answer the door for the police. What are you talking about? Especially after they come at 2 something in the morning. Why would I answer the door? Why would I? You play games, and you thought you was going to play with me, but I made sure my name was canceled out with CPS and anybody, so you couldn't play with me with him. You did that, though. You did that. So now your karma, that's on you. But don't forget, every action, a reaction comes behind it. So be careful on the type of reactions that you want. You keep putting negativity out here, negativity will chase you down. I could really do you dirty. You know what? I'm gonna keep my little stuff in the tuck. I got it for now. For now.
What's this, honey? This little boy has been rejected by his daddy, rejected by his grandfather, humiliated and disregarded by his mother, trolled on the internet, and now his aunt claims he caught chlamydia from his mama. Hell, even CPS don't want him. It's really sad. And what's worse is Chrisean will probably continue doing him dirty.
One person said, I just want the best for that little baby. You would think mom would be doing everything and then some to get him the best care so he can be the best version of himself. Another person said, I believe he is blind, poor child. I can't wait for his Blueface to get out because he gon' tell it all. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Chrisean getting exposed for mistreating Junior? And do you really think she only keeps dragging him to these live streams because she wants to use him for clout? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.